Well, we've made it all the way to Maine. Pinetree Garden Seeds, which is one of our go-to places to buy our seeds, our flower seeds, vegetable seeds, herb seeds, perennials. We're going to walk around. We're going to learn the process from how they trial seeds here to make sure that they're introducing the latest and the greatest. And they also have a lot of heirloom things here as well. We're going to see a really cool piece of equipment that predates this very old, a very well established older seed company even. That's going to be super fun. We're going to see the process of how they, take the seed, package the seed, pull the seed, and ultimately pull this order for us that we're going to be taking home, which saved us on shipping. So I wouldn't recommend driving all the way to Maine though, necessarily, because the gas is going to cost you more than the shipping. So just get them shipped. But here we go.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline, and I'm here at Pinetree Garden Seeds in New Gloucester, Maine. And Pinetree was established and started in 1979 by Dick Miners, and in 2012 it was passed down in his family to his stepdaughter Melissa, who still owns it to this day. And so I think we're coming up on our 50th anniversary in the next couple years. But these are our trial gardens, and this is the seeds we grow and take photos of and try to decide what new varieties we're going to offer each season, and we do it all here.
How many seeds are you guys offering?
We have like 1,300 varieties.
1,300?
Between vegetables, herbs, and flowers.
Okay, yep. Gotcha. And what's your main peak shipping season? Is it
February and March?
February and March.
But ultimately February is the biggest month for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So every packet of seed has a germination rate on it. How are you are you testing germination, or is that
we do. We test our germination once a year, but it takes 5-6 months. So everything's constantly being processed around. And we obviously, if it fails, we take it off the shelf and remove it from the inventory. We don't have that happen too much. But
if you're storing it properly, because you're storing it properly.
Yeah,
right.
But yeah, we really take pride in the fact that our seeds germinate well, and so we do everything. I kind of oversee that, and then I have a small team that helps do that throughout. We usually start it in March to about, we're about done now, so.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So you're putting, seeding things out here into this space and around the corner. So a lot more we can't see around the corner over here, and testing them. Obviously you need photography. You're a seed company. Photography is, photography helps sell it. But also you're making sure that your plants that that customers can succeed with.
Yeah, and if we love it, we feel like our customers love, these zinnias this year. They're starting to really go by, but we fell in love with these varieties of zinnias, and they're actually going to be offered in our catalog this season.
Well, shoot, for us coming up here and seeing any kind of giant zinnia in September, we have so much humidity and heat in Raleigh. So they look perfect in comparison to what ours would look like by September. So I would imagine you have different, very seasonal things that happen here. You're shipping like crazy February, March.
Yeah.
But this is kind of catalog season?
So this is catalog season.
Right.
In less than a month, our catalog will be going to print.
Right.
And then we do all the changeover to the new season, which starts in the beginning of November. Yeah. So technically our 2026 season starts, we say around Black Friday, that's when everything's switched over. We have all the new packets, catalogs out, it's going in people's mailboxes.
Right.
That's kind of where, and then we start getting orders from right then, all the way until, we get orders over the summer, but that's our big time is
Can somebody order a catalog?
Oh yeah, somebody right now we have none in last year's catalog. So anybody who
for
calls
this coming year,
you can either call us, go on our website. We have a catalog screen there to put your name and address in and stuff. Yeah.
Right. We typically order our seeds before the end of the year, because we can start, depending on where you are in the country, obviously we can start,
earlier.
And we've got friends in Louisiana that their vegetable garden is peak February, burns out in July. So we typically will order ours in November And also, I always talk about some things that we order every year, so I definitely order them before we talk about them on the YouTube channel. It's one of my strategies is to make sure that there's a few things that I get every year. Yeah. Because so with during the pandemic, was it just did it just go? Was this pretty a wild environment to work in?
During the pandemic, yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was. We had a backlog of 10,000 orders.
Oh, no way.
It was insane. It took us like 8 weeks to get everybody's order out. I mean, you saw how small we are. You see how small we are. We got even smaller.
Oh, right.
And we just we powered through it, but it was amazing to see everybody wanting to garden.
Have you seen that those new gardeners, we call them, the new 20 million or so? I think was the estimate of new 20 million. Have a lot of them you feel like held in your business is held?
I feel
yes. From those games.
Yeah,
I think so too. I think
it's created more people wanting to grow stuff, which is fantastic.
It wasn't as temporary as some people thought, they'll just garden while they're home and then they'll be done.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen that at all. I've seen people that just continue to, they got a fever for it.
Yeah.
Really.
And I mean, it's great. I have a fever for it. I think it's, the more people that grow things, I think the world can be a better place. So.
All right. Well, let's look at some other things.
Okay.
All right.
So this is our handy dandy seed packing machine from the late 1800s, early 1900s. It's called the Ballard. And this packs our seed mostly by weight, and we use beans, peas, and corn, a lot of cabbage, mostly round seeds that work well on here. We don't really do much for flowers. We do pack nasturtiums because those are nice round seeds, but most other flowers and herbs are all hand packed upstairs by our staff. But we do about 60% of our seed packing on this thing, and it makes very loud noise, and when it's running.
Do you have somebody here that knows how to work on this?
Yeah, Scott right there, he just waved. I think he was coming in to work.
Okay, gotcha.
He actually is kind of new to this, but he has a background in like mechanic stuff, and so he has really taken to this, which is really fun to see somebody like come in and be like, whoa, what is this? I'm going to learn about this. So
you don't have somebody like you can call down the street
no,
and go,
you
hey,
can't.
can you come fix the Ballard?
No, there's nobody to fix the Ballard, so you kind of need somebody who kind of knows how to work on things,
Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome to our seed packing room. My name's Gwen. I'm the content specialist here at Pinetree Garden Seeds, and we're going to talk about what we do back here.
Right. Yeah. So you start your mornings. Folks start their mornings downstairs fulfilling orders, making sure when the shipping man comes, you got everything ready to go.
Right.
For the day, any orders you have, and then folks move up here, and you got the seed packing room, so the Ballard can do what the Ballard can do, and then the really fine work has to happen somewhere.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. How does that process work?
So as we move up here from, putting out our orders, printing and everything, we have everybody sit at their stations here, and we get our seed, and each seed correlates to a different tool that you can see on our wall.
Right, yeah. All kinds of different measuring devices, measuring techniques, yeah.
And each of those will measure a certain number of seeds. And then as we're measuring those out, we do count for accuracy as well. So every, 5 scoops or 2 scoops, whatever, depending on seed size, you'll recount the seeds.
So some of it might be done by weight, and some might be done by the number of seeds. So some of the hybrid, like really hybridized seed or pelleted seed, you would make sure you're doing a number of seed per packet.
Right, yeah. Right. And that's kind of like, so these will be generally a good estimate, like the scoops, depending on size, like each one that correlates. Right. And then you'll double count to make sure that that's like accurate each time too. So. Right.
Yeah, we've gotten seed from here several times now, and we always get more than supposed to be there. So that's always good. So your packets, how are you doing your individual packets?
So half of our packet, or the majority of our packets, we get mailed from a small company in New York.
Okay, gotcha. Another small business to small business.
Exactly,
yes,
yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then some we print here in-house.
Gotcha.
And that'll be for like our smaller runs of seeds.
Right, yeah. This is the 500 of this and 500 of that versus the 10 of this and the 20 and the 20 of that. So are you guys, you're doing, we saw garlic downstairs. You're packing garlic now. What other things are you doing outside of a packet of seed?
So right now we're kind of in our fall bulb phase, which is what you
Okay.
saw with garlic.
Gotcha.
We'll have our flower bulbs coming in soon.
Okay.
And then come like April, March, we'll
Mm-hmm.
have our spring plants, which is our blueberries, our horseradish, rhubarb, strawberries.
Okay, gotcha.
the-
Potatoes.
Yes. So the live plants that we have in our catalog section, whereas the bulbs right now that you see are the ones we feature online.
Okay, nice. So how do your tulips start going out pretty much immediately? Are people ordering them already before they get here, or are they?
So they pre-order.
Yeah.
We always recommend to order ahead because they just go so quick,
Yeah,
especially
right. Oh,
garlic.
yeah. We know. We do lots of bulbs every year,
Yes.
and if you don't get them, if you wait, oh, whoever's website you're ordering from,
Exactly.
if you wait, yeah.
So we'll try to do our release in like around August time, and we always recommend that people order, around then or earlier, and then
Yeah.
we'll start shipping those out in mid to late October.
So you have a combination of old standby seed, I would imagine,
Yeah.
some sort of more historic things, and then you're also trialing the latest and the greatest to make sure they're up, you're up to date, and
Yeah.
how's that process of deciding what to hold on to from the past and add in the future, right? It's a tough question.
That is a tough one too, because like with a lot of the heirlooms, and some are more popular than others,
Right.
but we like to offer things that you might not be able to find somewhere else.
Right.
So we'll hold on to and I'm trying to think of a good example of an heirloom that we don't like tender sweet carrot. And that's actually oxheart carrot. This is a really good, it's an old heirloom carrot. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. But it doesn't have the best sales, but like some people, like I don't want to like give that up and let that go away because we've lost so many
Right.
varieties of
We have.
seeds.
So you guys have a great selection of heirlooms, and then some of the newer things. What's this room we're in now?
This is our picking room. So essentially, we get our orders, we come down here, and everything has its own space on the shelf.
Right.
And then you go along, and it picks the full order, and then they'll go on a rack and be shipped out.
Okay, in the adjoining
Yeah,
ship,
but
in the
so there's
shipping
like
room here.
1,300 varieties of seeds, and they're all mixed. Some
Right.
of them are all carrots in one area, beans. Like we put our beans in bigger things.
Right.
But
Yeah.
everything's mixed.
Where they don't go into these as well. So,
Yeah.
And it's an alphabetical
because you have
order.
to refill. So it used to be an alphabetical order. It is no longer like that.
Okay, gotcha.
Because we just like if we drop a seed, we'll pull that from the shelf and then put the new seed in there, and that gets a new location.
So you have a location.
There's
tab.
we have you'll
Okay.
see on the pick slip we have like a location, and it'll be like A1108,
Okay.
and then everything will list that you want to pick from this area, and then you'll hop around the room.
Right.
So.
You have a selection of organic seed as well.
Yeah, we have a selection of organic seeds that fills like each of the categories. Like we have a watermelon, like each of the things that we offer of the
Have
vegetables.
been organic through the process of growing
Yeah,
it,
yes,
and the
exactly.
seed
Yeah.
collection, and
Yeah.
all of that kind of thing. We brought an order.
Yes.
Okay, can we go through the process of how you might
Yeah.
fill that order?
We'll take that upstairs and have them put it through our system, and we'll see how this all works.
Perfect. So we have our order. We brought it a little handwritten thing, and now you've printed the order. How do most of your orders come in?
Our orders come in through the mail,
Right.
on the phone, and the majority now is our website.
Yeah, right,
But we
yeah.
still get quite a
Okay.
few
Mail-in.
mail-in orders that have to be hand opened. Everything has to be checked, and then input it into our system.
And you said there's a position for somebody opening mail for the mail
the
order.
winter, yeah.
In the
Yep.
the mail coming in.
Yep.
That actually surprised me that you would still have that much. So we're gonna pull some seeds.
We are.
Okay, gotcha. How do you know where they are on the shelf? You've got.
So you get a location number for each seed, and it'll have a letter. So we've got these letters up top.
Oh,
above our
gotcha.
racks here.
Yeah.
And then you'll have a number and a correlating number. So it'll be like A2204 or B2305.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Well,
Let's see, we've got 16. Like a little bit of a
Yeah,
This is like our very high tech selection of items for.
right.
for
Yeah.
So the first one's in B, which is actually behind you.
Oh, that's a great cucumber.
Okay, so if this was an order we were shipping out, we would do a couple extra steps. So we would look at the total, and I see it's 16. And I would just make sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How embarrassing would it be if I had counted that much? And so we would make sure that everything's in there. And then if I wasn't giving this to you guys, I would fold this up. Make sure that the scan code's out so that our scanners can scan it. And it goes onto a rack that we then send out this way, and it then gets scanned and sent out in a package. But for the sake of this, it's just for you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much. Right. Yeah, saved us some shipping for sure. Yeah, so thank you very much for that. So that was a fun process, I think. We get to come to one of our favorite seed companies, and to thank you guys so much for hosting us.
Thanks for coming to visit us.
And showing the process. I really love small businesses. I mean, there's been several other things on the channel that I try to show off over the years that are, from small local businesses that are doing a really good job of the entire process. So it's not like you're taking a seed and going, hey, this will be good. You're actually putting it through some sort of testing, and then going through all the processes of making sure your seed is up to date and everything is in good shape. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for visiting.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We have a small but mighty team here at Pinetree that keeps everything going.
Yeah, it's amazing in there, that building. And so we didn't even mention the fact that you're in a 300-year-old farmhouse. I should have said this. I'm wrapping up a video. I'm not saying in a 300-year-old farmhouse, right?
Yes.
And it's been added onto a couple times, but the maze, you guys will have seen this in rooms. We were in rooms, but those rooms are like an interconnected maze that I think it would take me a little while to learn how they get around in there. But you're using getting the most out of that space.
Every inch we use what we can use.
Right.
Yep.
Is this the perfect environment? I probably should ask this before I start wrapping up the video. I would imagine Maine, there's a few seed companies up here. I would imagine that these cooler areas in the Northeast are easier to store the seed, potentially, where you won't have to cool as much. Maybe the rooms over time stay cooler just in general.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, an easier environment. Like if I was trying to do this in Florida or someplace like that, which I'm sure people do, it'd be a lot of more energy into to cool it.
Stuff,
and keeping it in good shape. I didn't even think about that as part of this video. So there you go. I got something else right at the end of the video. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yep, bye. Thanks for...